All right, welcome to my first of many tutorials for drafting. So this is going to be the first architectural one. We're going to call this one the floor section view, if you will, where we're going to look at the inside of what's inside a floor, as well as a foundation and what builds up to it. So here's the basic overview. Number one, this is drawn 1 1/2 inch to a foot. So you will use, find it here, there it is, this side of a ruler right here, okay? Now, lucky for you, this matches up to exactly 1 1/2 foot to an inch. So this is scaled. So for example, this says this is 1 by 8, correct? We're all agreeing with that. This is, 8 inches by 1 foot 8 inches. And if I measure it, it is exactly 1 feet 8 inches. Remember, this 2 is actually a 1 because this is referencing a 3-inch scale. So this is 1 right here, if you do not remember that, okay? Second thing is this. Some of these things are not what they seem, okay? In the world of construction and architecture and all sorts of things, a 2 by 4 is not really 2 by 4. If you measure it, a 2 by 4 is actually 1 1/2 by 3 1/2. So with that being said, if you measure, let's say this ledger right here, you will see how this is actually 1 1/2 inches. So this is 1 1/2 by 1 1/2. If we're referring to a joist, this is actually 9 1/4 inches, okay? These are going to be 1 1/2 inches wide. So worst case on this drawing, you could reverse engineer it. In fact, you could actually lay it underneath your paper and you get the point on that one and almost trace it out. Here's the goal. I don't care about the little hatching right here. That doesn't matter to me at all. We're going to draw this out and label it. So I'm going to do this with you, and hopefully this will help guide you through this. Or if you're like, Royth, I got this, I don't need your help, do it, turn it in, we'll be good. All right, so here we go. So first thing I'm going to do is start off with this footing, which is 8 inches by 1 feet 8 inches, 1 foot 8 inches. So let me get everything set up here. Do some stuff on my desk. So here's what I'm gonna do first. You can see this on my phone. Yes, you can. You're gonna draw a line 1 foot 8 inches first. Okay? Go ahead and rotate that with your T-square. And you're gonna go up 8 inches on each side. So there's 1. Slide it over, reline it up. There is 2, we're good there. All right, go ahead, draw a line straight across. It should be about accurate. If it's a tad off, you see my leg kind of got up a little bit there, that is fine. It's a tad off there, I'm not gonna worry about that. In fact, I'll take my eraser shield and we'll pretend that it's all perfect, and it is. All right. Yep, I got it right the first time, it's 8 inches. So we're good there. Okay, so you got this first block done. And if you want to make your life easy while you're doing this, you can go ahead and label it as you go along through it. That way that process is done and you don't have to remember to do it afterwards. Also, the point of this is to learn what's inside of your walls, okay, and what's inside of your floors, or under your floors for that matter. Okay, next we need 3 of these 8-inch concrete blocks. Now these are squared, so it's 8 inches by 8 inches. And we have to center them because this is a footing and these are the walls, and they're always centered on the footing, okay? All right, so I know that this is 6 inches going in, and if you doubt me, double check it. I know you don't doubt me, but I just want to show you just so we're on the same page. This is 6 inches long, and this is 6 inches long, so it's centered. So here's what I'm gonna do next. Get too many things around here. Is I'm gonna measure in 6 inches. I'm gonna put a little mark. Measure in 6 inches. I'm just gonna put it on the 6 there and go 0. Same thing, do it backwards. Okay, if I measure here, this is 8 inches, and guess what? It is. All right, so I'm gonna go up 8 inches. Okay, go over here. Go 8 inches up. There you go. All right, take that, Seems like I go long on the right side. I don't know why that is. There we go. This one doesn't really matter. So, rinse and repeat. Do it again. But I'm gonna do this one a little different because I just want to speed through this a little faster. So, line it up on the 0. Go all the way up to the 8. I'm just gonna put a little mark right there. And I'm gonna do it again, just to save myself a little bit of time. That way I know where the top of those things are at. Okay? Now I'm gonna draw this line up. I will probably have to erase because I'm gonna eyeball it up here. But I'm okay with that because I will save time. Boom and boom. And I never mind erasing, so I will erase this top. And this thing is now rolling pretty good. Okay. Now, looking at this, there's this break right here, okay? So I'm not gonna worry too much about the perfectness of the break. We're just gonna put one in here, okay? So, breaks can look many ways, but they mainly look like a heartbeat. I'm gonna just eyeball it like that and leave it just like that. Not gonna worry about it being the separation or anything else. If you want to, you can. If you wanna make it look exactly. It looked better the first time. Good enough. Just getting the idea down. Okay? Also, we have this right here. This is the ground. Also known as the grade. As the grade. I don't know if you heard that or not. So, your next step, 4 inches up from here. Hopefully I'm not going too fast. Hopefully you're pausing. Now, it doesn't matter how long this line is. I'm just gonna go like this, done. Okay? While I'm doing this, 8-inch concrete block. And you better like me because I'm not making you use Gothic lettering because I'm not gonna do it either. Okay? Right here, 4-inch solid cap. Okay. Now we're going to work on what's probably the hardest part about this, which is this right here. Okay. So here we go. So I'm going to start with measuring this outside area here first. So that way it looks the same. Now this could go out as far as you want to. It doesn't matter. But I want it to be centered so it's not all over the place. So from here out is about 9 inches. I'm gonna go with that. Looks like 9.5, but like I said, it doesn't really matter how long that part is. This is one of the things that it's not that picky about on this one. Okay, line it up. I'm gonna draw a line 9 inches this way. Okay, and then I'm gonna go the same thing, 9 inches this way. Okay, so just for reference, I'm gonna put 9 inches right here. That's all for you, no one else. Okay, now we're gonna go up. Now I'm gonna do this one a little different so I can put the little squiggly in there, maybe. So this is 9 1/4, okay? Not 10 inches, 9 1/4. So right there, I'm gonna draw lines like this so I can put my little break right there. You see that? Now those match up. Do the same thing on this side. Go 9 1/4. Don't know if you can hear it, but the CNC machine's going in the background. Not bad for a Thursday. Okay, I got that straight finally. Draw that straight across. You're doing good. Okay. Next thing are these two things right here. So this is a subfloor. Subfloors are usually made out of OSB or plywood, also known as plywood. This is a finished floor. Could be tile, could be laminate, could be something else. Now, a 5/8 inch doesn't really exist on a 1 1/2 inch ruler. So I'm just going to make these both 1/2 inches just to make my life a little bit easier. I might try to nudge it up a little bit more, but honestly, it's not a big deal. The labels are more that matter. So I'm going to make a mark a 1/2 inch. I might try to go a little bit above the 1 inch just so I can have a little separation. So this is going to go up to these. And then I'm gonna draw a line going straight across. Like that. And like that. And go ahead and join those up here. Okay, looking good, looking real good. All right, so if I want to label it, I might as well do that while I'm doing this. So this right here would be a 5/8 inch finished floor. Remember, you have to label these. So once you start to learn what they are, this here is a 1/2 inch sub floor. All right, last things are these. Now you might be wondering what the X means. The X is the end of a stud, okay? So if you're looking at a piece of wood, it would be the end of it, not the side. This is the side, this is the end. So you have to put an X to indicate that. Okay, here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna start off, and there's a little bit of a gap here, not a whole lot. I do wanna put that in there just so it's centered. Because if you did it right, it should be centered in there nicely. Of course, this is done on a computer, so it's a little bit harder. It looks like that is about a 1/4 inch in, so really not a whole lot. So honestly, to make life easier with thickness of lead, let's just line it up with this line right here. Because if your lead is any thickness whatsoever, it's gonna throw it off a little bit, so that's fine. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go up here 1.5 inches. Bring that over. Actually, I'll go over now 1.5 inches. Always fun trying to find the side of the ruler. Go over 1.5 inches because it just takes a smidge just to throw that off. Doesn't take a whole lot. There you go. Now, whenever you're doing a stud, you have to put an X on it. Why? Because that indicates the end of it. So I like using a triangle because I can see through it. It's very easy to work with. See that? That's how that should look. Okay, next we need 3 studs here in the middle. That's right, 3 studs. So let's make our life easy. Let's just make 3 little marks. So I'm gonna make a mark on 1 1/2, 3, and then 4 1/2. There we go. Look at that. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to draw it straight up to here. And this one goes straight up as well. There we go. Nice and pretty. And then while I'm at it, might as well put my little X's in here. There you go. Those are actually pretty good. Look at that. Nice and even. Whew, it's a good day to be a drafter. All right, make your life easy. You know this is going to line up here. So I'm just going to take this. Since I know these are going to line up, I'm going to find a nice little mark here. So I'm going to put this on 1.5 inches here so I know. I told you this is going to line up right on it. It usually does. So right here to right here. Draw your X's. There we go. All right. Last 2 things to do is to do 2 labels, and we is done. So this 2x10 joist. This right here, I'm gonna go over here actually. 2x2 ledger. Okay. If you got all that in, put your name on it. You are done. Cool? You have any questions, let me know, give me a call. You don't need to put the speckles in unless you're just really needing to do this. Not a big deal, okay? Text this to me, show it to me, somehow get it to me, and we'll be good to go. All right, see you next video. Later.